My mother who had come to every visit in jail, took care, came to a point before, was like, yo, I wish you would just die so I could stop worrying about you. You know what I'm saying? It had become that bad. That night,
How'd that feel when she said that?
horrible. It was like the one person you always had in your corner, no matter what, no matter you stole from them, no matter you lied to them, they still had your back.
Yeah.
When they tell you that, it's like all bets are off. It's just like, I failed that life.
That's heavy.
You know what I'm saying?
But you really were able to just snap out of it and just start living your life differently?
It wasn't like it was like a one-time thing. Like I told you, I was trying for all the years. I didn't want to fucking be a heroin addict. I didn't want to be a fucking addict. I didn't want to steal from people. I didn't want to be a piece of shit. I just couldn't stop. I didn't know how. I didn't have it in me. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened, but
it's like that for everybody who's an
Yeah.
addict for a long time.
Absolutely.
I know
It's-
people who were a heroin addict for 8 years. But actually, I'm gonna be real with you though. Most of the people that I know who really beat it at a certain point, it basically became you go to jail or you stop doing this. Like my friends who had to do a piss test every week.
Yeah.
The worst drug addicts I've ever seen stopped because they didn't want to get locked up.
that didn't stop me. I had the Wizinator.
Some of them
When I was on
definitely
parole,
still.
I had the Wizinator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And my man gave it to me from, he just had gotten off Fed parole. Was like, hey, take my shit. He gave me the, but it wasn't even my color, bro. That shit was mad darker than me. I don't know how I got away with the shit, but the Wizinator you strap on.
Oh, so it's like a little fake penis. So even if they look, they think.
Yeah, because when you
You
go
got
to
a black
parole,
dick.
yeah, when you go, when you go to parole, there's the toilet, but they got a mirror right here, so the guy's standing behind you and he's looking at you pee. So the Wizinator, you strap it under you, keep the piss along your thing right here, keeps your body temperature because sometimes they check the temperature, and it's like a fake dick.
Yeah.
And you press the button. There's a button underneath, and the pouch shit from the pouch comes out, and then you give the clean urine. Here you go. So I had it, bro. That shit. It definitely was mad dark. I did have a cool parole officer. Shout to Officer Cohen. I still remember his name. I don't know, either he thought I had a fucking, I don't know what the fuck he thought, but
Got a sunburn down there or something.
something. So one day they didn't take my piss for like a month or two, and I didn't change the piss. And I put it on, and they took my piss. I pressed the button, bro. This shit came out like applesauce. Bro, this shit was like, I was like, oh shit. He looked, he was like, yo, what? I was like, yo, my bad, bro. I don't drink water. It's the summertime. He was like, yo, I'm tested it. Yo, it's clean. He was like, yo, I'm gonna let you go, but I need you to go straight to the hospital right now.
Right.
I said, no problem. I'm going right now. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So when I stopped, that night I had the moment of clarity. I fucking begged my mother to let me stay. Yo, Mom, please let me sleep on your couch. I want to stop. This is it. And I didn't go nowhere. I didn't go to no jail. I didn't go to rehab. I just stopped. I scared myself to the point where I knew that what I said was true. I was gonna die or be in jail. And from that point on, I never touched nothing. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do anything. I smoke my little vape. I stopped smoking cigarettes like last year. Smoke my little vape. But I don't do anything. Nothing
Right.
for probably going on 13 years. November will be 13 years.
Wow.
And ever since that point, bro, my whole life has been up since that point.
Yeah.
By 10 months, I put out my first album, you know what I'm saying? And I went on tour in Europe. And it's just been little progressions, slowly by slowly. And, in the last couple of years, I bought myself a house. I bought my mother a house.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like a lot of people, when they decide to stop being an addict, that they basically need something that they can dump their energy into to replace all the energy that they were putting into drugs.
I made a hustle.
Was music it, or just grinding
I always
in
was
general?
doing music. Even when I was fucked up, I had given up on my shit, but I still was, concocting rhymes in my head. So I always was doing the music. It was the hustle.
Right.
The hustle. Yo, I need to make up for lost time.
Right.
And then it started with the merchandise, and then it started with just putting out quality projects, and then just little by little. I knew it was gonna be, because I can't tell people, I can't go back to Shady Records or Def Jam that I was dealing with and be like, yo, fuck with me now, I'm good. When they see it, they're gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. So I just did my thing, like, yo, put my head down and just muscled through everything, and then eventually shit bigged up.
So when I seen you in that scavenger video back in whatever,
I was clean there.
You were clean by that
clean
point.
for like 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And so I don't know. Did you feel like everybody in the music world, all the fellow MCs and shit, did they kind of write you off, or did you feel like you maintained a bit of a relationship with any of them?
I maintained certain relationships, good relationships. Definitely, yeah, I just, some people didn't let me that close. Some people were just acquaintances, so
Right.
they didn't see that side of me. Or if they saw that side of me, they didn't really care because they wasn't really friends. You know what I'm saying? We was just doing a song here and
If
there.
you keep you at arm's length,
Yes.
then they don't have to suffer the negative consequences
Exactly.
of you stealing their PlayStation.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. But so when you're wrapped up in all this, you said the hustle became your focus. But like for most people, for a lot of people, the hustle might include illegal shit as well.
I did that.
Okay, so you were doing the illegal shit
Not
still
not
at that
in the
point.
beginning.
Right.
I stayed away from everything for a while, and then probably about when I had 4 or 5 years clean, I was just like a close person to me had a nice little route going, and then I started taking over the cell phone from Sunday to Wednesday. So from the time I wake up, the phone wakes me up, to the time I go to sleep, I'm moving 50s of coke, perk 30s, and Molly.
Right.
Now, all day, driving around Staten Island, bang, 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 bang. The statute of limitations is up, so I could talk about it.
Right.
And that was my thing. But that only lasted for like a year.
Being a drug dealer in New York, though, like, how careful do you need to be? Or did you feel like you were kind of bulletproof?
In the beginning, it was just like, it's cool, I'm making money. But by the end, it was just like, it was paranoia. I'm either going to get robbed or I'm going to get knocked by the D's. And it just becomes every day. It's just like now I'm just constantly looking over my shoulder. And it just became something. It became like using without the high.
Right.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.